Welcome to HyperScale Video Workshop. My name is Brett Green. I've been anxiously awaiting a parcel from Model Paint Solutions in the USA, and it's just arrived today. So I thought that before we do a detailed written review, I'd let you share the joy of looking at what's actually in the box. So let's have a look. I have opened the box, as you can see, but I haven't gone any deeper than this. The first thing that catches my eye is the Harder Steenbeck Infinity CR Plus 2024. So this is a new version of the original Infinity CR model, but it has a titanium needle and head, and it has some other improvements as well I've been reading about. So let's just take a quick look in the box. So it's a nice attractive plastic hard case. Make sure it won't be damaged. And that opens up like so. Inside, here's a nice little piece of work. They've actually sprayed that onto the card at the factory, so you can see how fine the lines are there. It really is impressive. Further into the box we have some packing, and then we have the airbrush itself. I won't spend too much time talking about this at this point. We'll just have a look at what's in the box. But you can see there's a medium-sized paint cup, and the needle and the nozzle are both actually installed as well. So we'll take a look at that in detail with photos and text a little later on. Also in here is a 0.44mm nozzle and needle. So this is a slightly wider nozzle to the one that's actually fitted in the airbrush at the moment. But you can swap them out depending on what sort of jobs you've got. So if you're doing an overall paint job, you're spraying a coat of primer, then this 0.44 nozzle will be just the thing for you. I think the one in the airbrush is a 0.2 or a 0.25, so significantly smaller for very fine work. We also have two additional paint cups. Here's a larger paint cup that's supplied in there with a cap as well, which is nice. And we also have a small paint cup, which is handy when you're doing fine work. And that's about it for the Infinity airbrush. Let's see what's next in here. Aha! We have a DSPIAE. I presume that it's actually supposed to be spelt out like that rather than DSPIAE, which sounds like a James Bond villain organisation. So we'll just call it a DSPIAE. And this is a reciprocating sander, and this will be particularly useful for people who are using 3D printed parts, which will occasionally have striations and other imperfections. So this has a tiny head and a reciprocating sanding head that will actually get right into the detail here. I'm just opening it for the first time using my trusty Alpha blade, and here it is. Let's see. I failed the IQ test, I'm afraid. Let's see how we open this. Oh, I'm doing really well here. That's it. Done. No, there we go. One take. So we have the box inside the box, and then we have the box inside the box inside the box. And there it is, finally. So we've got a hard case inside those two cardboard boxes. The packaging is second to none, I can tell you. And looks like we have here some sandpaper that are self-adhesive. Some more of that there as well. And you can see a whole bunch of heads with different shaped tools. So you'll be able to really pick and choose what job you need to do and which tool is going to be best for that. So we also have here, I'm not sure what they are, but we've got some little stickers. I'll read up on that, find out what the story is. And then we have the tool itself, which is right here. Oh, there we go. And away it goes. Working out to turn it off. There we go. I'm doing really well here today. This is really enjoyable. Anyway, that's the tool. And we have a cap. I won't force it. We'll look at this in more detail with the photos and the full text later on. So that's the reciprocating sander. I'm really looking forward to using that because I've got quite a few 3D kits and accessories that really need a bit of help as far as those striations go. So that's that. What we also have here is a DSPIAE. It's a portable electric grinder. So I'm not sure what that exactly will be. So let's open the box again, if you'll bear with me for a moment. Excuse the top of my head. And we'll get this open. Oh, that's a bit easier. So that's the USB cord and the rotary burr. And we also have, be right with you, the electric grinder itself. Okay, so that's a nice little grinder. So I would imagine then that this set of tungsten carbide rotary bits will go into the grinder, and it will essentially be like a really nice, compact, easy to handle tool for grinding and sanding. So that's the bottom of the box. There's some really interesting stuff in there. I'm particularly looking forward to playing with the Harder and Steenbeck airbrush. I really am looking forward to that. I've had really 3 generations of airbrushes over the years, over the decades really. And the first was my trusty old Testor's Aztec airbrush, which I used for many years and eventually had to trade that one in on a Iwata CP airbrush, which was great. But this is now the new generation, so I'm really looking forward to seeing the results on the model with the new airbrush. And we'll have more details on that for you coming up on HyperScale in the next couple of days. From HyperScale Video Workshop, I'm Brett Green, and bye for now.